How did you save, conserve, and make things last?
Well, me and my husband, we would split up into different places where we can get food, like the bread lines in the city. But hopefully, one of us would get something. And we would always thought of our children first, and any food we had, most of it went to them.
What kind of transportation did your family have?
Well, we used to have a family car where my husband would drive to work. During the Depression, we had to sell it because we couldn't pay it anymore. So we just walked after that.
How many pairs of shoes did your children get per year?
Well, both of our kids are young, so we would give them according to how they would grow. After the Depression, we couldn't afford shoes for them, so I would make shoes out of string and cardboard.
How was personal hygiene like?
Personal hygiene before the Depression, we could usually shower like every day. But after the Depression started, we had to sell the house. Luckily, we moved in with my parents, so we all could shower and get clean.
Did you come much more?
Sound it out. Just do it.
Cautious about spending money because of the Depression?
Yes, me and my husband try to save as much money as we can now, and we only spend according to how much we need.
What was your biggest fear?
Well, my biggest fear was not being able to take care of my family. Not to feed, clothe, or protect my kids was my biggest fear.
What was your hardest part of living there?
Well, my the hardest part was to survive. We only survived through my parents. With that, they were there, and whenever we needed them, and that's how basically we made it.
What was your greatest wish?
My greatest wish was shoes for my kids, and an education for when they would go to school.
Where were your parents employed?
Well, my dad worked for Kimberly-Clark, and he didn't lose his job because the company only cut hours and pay, which is basically how we managed to survive with my parents.
After the Depression, how different was your life?
Well, me and my husband, we stopped trusting banks because since they all crashed during the Depression, we thought that it could happen again, so we just never used banks anymore. We just usually kept our money in the house. And we started getting back to our feet financially, which was very, very good.